You said something about your hidden talent, and you said that you can wiggle your ears. Of course, I want to know if you can actually do that.
Yeah.
So please, show us.
That's not much of a hidden talent.
Herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge Inside the Team. Heute bei uns im Studio Seth Hinrichs. Welcome and moin moin.
Moin, thanks for having me.
First question, should we do this interview in German?
Bitte nicht.
Okay, no, we'll do it in English, but I know that you understand very well, right?
I understand some.
Yeah.
I can get by, but I don't usually like to prefer to speak in German. So.
That's fine. Maybe we'll do it anyways later though.
Yeah.
So, first half of the season is done basically. What's your impression of it so far in BBL and Eurocup?
Yeah, I think it's had its up and downs like every season. I think recently we've been playing well. We had a couple rough games with Berlin and Bamberg recently, but just like any season, you have highs and lows. And I think, from where we started, we kind of had a slow start, but we picked it up, and then we had maybe a little bit of a lull. But so far, the first half of the season, I think we're working well, and that's the most important thing is establishing Pedro's culture and what he wants from us, and just playing basketball the right way. And I think we're slowly but surely improving that way. And hopefully, you don't want to be peaking in the middle of the season. So hopefully, as the season goes on, we continue to get better and keep improving as a team. And
you just said it, as a team, you're the team captain with Max together. He's more of the vocal, loud, cheerful, motivational guy, I feel like. We always hear him at warm-up. Let's go, Leo!
Yeah.
How would you describe your role as a team leader?
I would say that I do more things by example. That's kind of more my style, I guess. I'm not necessarily the most vocal person. I'll say some things here and there, but I kind of leave that to Max and Robin too. Robin has a lot of good things to say in terms of what he sees and stuff. So I try to do more by example, I guess.
I was going to say more by doing, because I feel like on every play or on every situation on the court, you're a part of it. If you're rebounding, outboxing or whatever, it's always you that's there, which is a great example for everybody, for our kids of the club as well. So thank you for that. I think that's you're a very good role model.
Thank you.
We also have to talk about your shot, I feel like, because a lot of people have been saying, oh, that's an interesting shot. I think it's very special because it looks like you have the time to put the ball behind your head and then hit it right in the heart with a nice, beautiful rainbow in the heart of the opponent. How did you get that shot? Who taught you, and have you always been shooting like this?
Yeah, I've shot with a high release pretty much my whole life. I have 3 older brothers, and they kind of taught me how to shoot, and my dad as well. And so I kind of shoot like them. I had changed my shot a couple seasons ago, and then I changed it back to how I had shot in the past, and so Miguel's helped me a lot actually with that. I haven't shot it particularly well this year, but I think as the season's gone on, I've gotten more confidence, and Miguel's been great working with me, and he works with Max too, before and after practices. But it's definitely a unique shot.
Yes.
Not one that I would teach somebody else to shoot that way. It's not the correct form,
Well, in Germany we say, wer trifft hat recht, which means if you hit it, you're right.
Right. Yeah. So that's the thing. If I'm hitting a little bit higher percentage, it's a weird shot, but hey, it goes in. So
that's right, and that's what we need.
Yeah.
So this is your second season playing with Coach Pedro. How is it for you to be back working with him?
It's great. Yeah, I think the last time I had played for him in Invecta, we had a great experience. Him and I have a good relationship on and off the court, and so I think being back with him, being back with Miguel and Robin and Max too, I think it's nice to have some camaraderie and chemistry coming into the season. It's something that I don't think I've had on a team before. So that makes the learning curve and just the acclimation period that much easier. And then you can talk about different things, what you see, what they see. And so I think it's been helpful that way. And like I said, just the instant chemistry that we have. And I think Pedro's a great coach. has a lot of good concepts in the way he approaches the game and teaches the game, and so I really enjoy playing for him. I think it's been a good partnership for both of us. So.
And also your families get along very well.
Yes.
I always see the kids hanging around, running on the court and playing. Do you have a certain or memory of Pedro as a person, not as a coach, like personally?
Yeah, I think, him being the head coach, you don't always have the same relationship with him as a player, because there's kind of the professional boundaries that you want to have. But he was an assistant my first year in Vecta. And I think during that season, and Robin would probably say the same thing, you see a little bit more of the playful side of Pedro than since he's been the head coach. And I think that comes with, the assistant coach usually connects with the players a little bit more that way. So I got to know Pedro pretty well that year and experience maybe a side of Pedro that not everybody gets to see. And so for our families then as well. They have our wives have a good relationship, and in Vecta, our second year when he was in the BBL, his son Juan was born, and then my daughter Maven was born maybe a month later. So
That's
they're
nice.
the same age. They've always been able to play together, and so it's been fun.
That's cool. You said that you're a family person. You said you have 3 siblings?
Yep, three older brothers. Yep.
Do you miss them? Is it tough for you not being around them for this long, for about at least 10 to 11 months? Yeah,
for sure. And they usually come and visit, but with Corona, the travel situation, as everybody knows, is difficult. So they haven't come the last couple of years. So I feel like those seasons have been a little bit longer, because they usually are really good about making a trip to see us and hang out with us. But during the summer, we get to spend a lot of time with them, because they're all within like about 2 hours of my parents still. So we get to hang out a lot, and my 2 older brothers, they both have kids around the same age as our girls. So they love playing with their cousins and seeing them. And honestly, I think for me, it's gotten to the point where for my wife and I, we both are used to it maybe, but then our kids now are starting to get a little bit more homesick, not seeing their cousins and their uncles and aunts and grandparents and stuff. So.
You just mentioned her, Andrea. She's your wife, and you're actually high school sweethearts, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you've been together for a long time, which is great, and I think it's very nice that she's been part of your career basically the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
How much does that mean to you that she's been, and now the kids, the 3 daughters, who are adorable, by the way. How is that for you, that she's been a part with you all the time?
Coming over here the first year, we got married right before we came over. We had done long distance in college for 4 years, and so we just wanted to be together, and I feel like that was the best decision we could make, especially given at that time. And so it's been really awesome having her here with me every year. She's come with, and we leave at the same time. I know some families don't necessarily always do it that way with preseason and stuff, but we said if we're going to be over here, we're going to be together. And so it's been a great experience. We've been able to see a lot of different countries and cultures and cities, and something that we never dreamed of when we were growing up. And we're from a small town in Minnesota, kind of a farmland area. So I don't think either one of us could ever expected to see what we've seen.
That's great. That sounds very nice.
Yeah.
And your 3 kids, I think Collins, the oldest, she goes to a German kindergarten, is that right?
Yep, both her and Maven, the 3-year-old.
Okay.
Yep, they both go to the same kita. They're in different
groups?
Yeah, Collins is in the Drachenkindern.
Drachenkindern, nice.
Maven is in the Castle Ghost.
Actually, I wanted to ask you, because we know Maven wished for a hippopotamus. It's not that easy to say, actually.
Yeah.
Hippopotamus for Christmas from Santa. Did she get it?
She got like a little toy hippo, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember.
That's cute, because we thought it was a very interesting wish to wish for it. But I mean,
there's
cute.
a song that she likes. It's "I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas."
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard it.
Yeah,
but that was
nice.
kind of where the inspiration came from for that.
I mean, they're cute when they're tiny. I mean, if they're big,
Right.
How to take care of them.
Right.
Yeah, that's nice. And Reese is the baby. She probably is not that interested in basketball already. But how about the older 2?
Yeah, they've taken a little bit more of an interest as they've gotten older. We've never really pushed basketball, or we've never even like bought them a hoop or anything.
Yeah.
So we maybe should do that. But yeah, they really get into the games. I feel like Colin's now being older, she's starting to understand the game a little bit more. And yeah, when she's watching with my wife, she definitely gets more intense and kind of like, come on, Dad, what are you doing? Almost at times, you know, like step it up, you know. So I think she's figuring it out, and Maeva's not quite at that point, but I'm sure she'll get there soon too.
And I mean, we always see them after the games when everybody's gone, and they dribble with the other kids, and it looks like they're doing a great job. They watch you guys and try to copy.
Oh yeah, they watch everything, that's for sure.
Good.
Yeah.
So I have one more question, which I think is very interesting about you. In the first questionnaire we gave you in the off-season to get to know the new players, you know, you said something about your hidden talent, and you said that you can wiggle your ears. Of course, I want to know if you can actually do that.
Yeah.
So please, show us.
It's not much of a hidden talent, but let me see if I can, oh man, put me on the spot.
Oh yeah, there it is. Very nice. So you proved that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you also for coming by to be with us today for the interview. It was very nice to have you, and we wish you the best of luck for the second half of the season.
Thank you.
Then we'll see you. Jetzt kann ich wieder Deutsch sprechen. Wir sehen uns bei der nächsten Folge Inside the Team.